Hello, this is Ryder Richardson. On YouTube, I'm Ryder Keeping It Real. My real name is Maria Williams. And I'll figure out what my lead in will be as I go through this day by day. But today, it's February the 2nd, 2024. And I was listening to Morial. He has a YouTube channel. And he said that we need to read the scriptures in our own voice and put it online. And that resonated with me so much so that it's 1:38 and I'm doing this right now, 1:38 p.m. Because I can't wait. I have to do it. And this is a Bible that it's called the Good News Bible with the Apocrypha. I found it, I think, at a thrift store somewhere. And I started reading it in 2019 when I got cancer. I mean, I love it because it's got pictures. I can color them. I can reference back to other Bibles, other types of Bibles, but this one I understood, right? I understood what was happening in the story. And that was most important to me, to understand the story, what was happening. And so I'm up to like the Apocrypha, and I'm going to start reading with Maccabees. But before I did that, before I kind of started with that series of reading with Maccabees and explaining why I'm going to start there, I wanted to go to Numbers chapter 16 because this was the chapter in the Bible that turned my whole head around about who the Most High was, what the Most High is capable of. It's not the fluffy, God loves everyone that we have heard all about. This is the real deal. So, I can just tell you right now, I'm probably not going to pronounce some of the words right, but I'm going to keep it moving. You can see what I'm reading here, so you can read along with me. So this is Numbers chapter 16. The rebellion of Korah, Dathan, and Abram. Korah, son of Izhar, from the Levite clan of Kohath, rebelled against the leadership of Moses. He was joined by 3 members of the tribe of Reuben, Dathan and Abram, the son of Elab, and On, son of Peleth, and by 250 Israelites, well-known leaders chosen by the community. They assembled before Moses and Aaron and said to them, "You have gone too far. All the members of the community belong to the Lord, and the Lord is with all of us. Why then, Moses, do you set yourself above the Lord's community?" When Moses heard this, he threw himself on the ground and prayed. Then he said to Korah and his followers, "Tomorrow morning the Lord will show us who belongs to him. He will let the one who belongs to him, that is, the one he has chosen, approach him at the altar. Tomorrow morning, you and your followers take fire pans, put live coals and incense on them, and take them to the altar. Then we will see which of us the Lord has chosen. You Levites are the ones who have gone too far." Moses continued to speak to Korah. "Listen, you Levites. Do you consider it a small matter that the God of Israel has set you apart from the rest of the community so that you can approach him, perform your service in the Lord's tent, and minister to the community and serve them? He has let you and all the other Levites have this honor, and now you're trying to get the priesthood too? When you complain against Aaron, it is really against the Lord that you and your followers are rebelling." Then Moses sent for Dathan and Abram, but they said, "We will not come. Isn't it enough that you have brought us out of the fertile land of Egypt to kill us here in the wilderness? Do you also have to lord over us? You certainly have not brought us into a fertile land or given us fields and vineyards as our own possession, and now you are trying to deceive us. We will not come." Moses became angry and said to the Lord, "Do not accept any offering these men bring. I have not wronged any of them. I have not even taken one of their donkeys." Moses said to Korah, "Tomorrow you and your 250 followers must come to the tent of the Lord's presence. Aaron will also be there. Each of you will take his fire pan, put incense in it, and then present it at the altar. So every man took his fire pan, put live coals and incense on it, and stood at the entrance of the tent with Moses and Aaron. Then Korah gathered the whole community, and they stood facing Moses and Aaron at the entrance of the tent. Suddenly, the dazzling light of the Lord's presence appeared to the whole community. And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Move back from these people, and I will destroy them immediately." But Moses and Aaron bowed down with their faces to the ground and said, "O Lord, you are the source of all life. When one man sins, do you become angry with the whole community?" The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the people to move away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram." Then Moses, accompanied by the leaders of Israel, went to Dathan and Abiram. He said to the people, "Get away from the tents of these wicked men and don't touch anything that belongs to them. Otherwise you will be wiped out with them for all their sins." So they moved away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Dathan and Abiram. I think that's it. Something like that. You guys can read it. Look it up. Dathan and Abiram had come out and were standing at the entrance of their tents with their wives and children. Moses said to the people, "This is how you will know that the Lord has sent me to do all these things, and that it is not by my own choice, and that I have done them. It is not by my own choice that I have done them. If these men die a natural death without some punishment from God, then the Lord did not send me. But if the Lord does something unheard of, and the earth opens up and swallows them with all they own, so that they go down alive to the world of the dead, you will know that these men have rejected the Lord." As soon as he had finished speaking, the ground under Dathan and Abiram split open and swallowed them and their families, together with all of Korah's followers and their possessions. So they went down alive to the world of the dead with their possessions. The earth closed over them and they vanished. All the people of Israel who were there fled when they heard their cry. They shouted, "Run! The earth might swallow us too." Then the Lord sent a fire that blazed out and burned up the 250 men who had presented the incense, the fire pans. I'm not going to read the rest of that. That's what I wanted to read from chapter 16. And as you can see from the picture, this is why I like this little Bible, because it gives you, the picture. A picture's worth 1,000 years, 1,000 words, I mean. And it's like, don't think this can't happen. It happened. Don't think it can't happen again. It could. So that's our first reading, and it's Numbers chapter 16, talking about power of the Most High.